Okay, so the other day I found another wild pig, and that means I get to make another cooking video. Alright, so the first step is we gotta clean this thing up. This is one of the quarters. So to start with, I'm gonna take this, I gotta cut this knuckle right here, get rid of the foot. I'll donate that to the dogs for a toy. Once we get that foot cut off, we'll cut off any dirty pieces of meat that got messed up while we were trying to haul it out of there. Clean it all up real nice, and then we'll go from there. Okay, one misconception about like dealing with big chunks of meat is you think you need like a saw and bandsaws and all that, especially for these joints. Like this is where I skinned it, still got some skin on here. I'm gonna show you just a knife, and you can do it with a razor blade, you can do whatever. All you need to do, cut that tendon, find your joint, cut the sides of the joint. There's little tendons on each side, and you'll start to feel them as you cut in. Can't quite get into it yet. If I cut a little deeper, there it is. Front side. And it pops right up. So, you don't need fancy saws or tools or anything like that. You can break down an entire animal with a razor blade, honestly. That's what I use a lot of the time. That's what I use to cut this one into quarters. I'm just using a knife now because I'm in the kitchen trying to be a little more civilized. Okay, so typically I would take this whole chunk right here, and this would go straight into the Instapot. Unfortunately, I let my friend borrow my big Instapot, and that's not going to fit in there. So, we got to debone it. Again, once we debone it, the dogs will get it. Take my nice sharpish knife, cut right down the bone. Just find the bone in there, and fillet it like a fish. Good. Same with this joint. Once they're cut them right in half. Once it's bent like that, in the Instapot with the rest. Kneecap, bones, big chunk of meat that came off of it. Break it down a little. And that's how you prepare food. Okay, last step, other than the salt, I'm gonna season this real quick. Got some Slap Your Mama. I have no idea how much of anything. Got Sazon. Throw a little of that in there. Squeeze some limes in it. Throw them over the edge. More limes. Throw them at the cats. And a little bit of vinegar. I prefer to use like pickle juice or something like that, but I couldn't find any. So we're just going with a splash of vinegar. Lid on. That's it.
Pressure cook. Let's do it.